pings from the Fade util. It wasn't happening.
And again, if we've got that,
Okay, we got Crew on the fence. We have GIANTX on attack. And it wasn't a great start for GIANTX, but again, they had such a time diff on this map that they're expected to lose the map at least.
Yet to see, but we like what GIANTX are running. We like how they look on this, but they have to then ignore map 1, right? They have to pick themselves up here on the attack. GIANTX leading the way in. Smurfette going to be slowed down slightly.
Pop of the molly before I got hit by the shark. Recon misses the mark, right? Is this not a deeper recon than what you need?
Control the pace here, and all 5 members are in the site. This is such an awkward moment, Lauren.
Yeah, it certainly
it's
is.
good info.
There's still a lot of players backside though for Crew, right? Music getting a little bit paranoid about that, maybe push up through Garage, but it's a crossfire held on the back of the site. They're going to give up the plant. I'm seeing a fast flank as well.
Whoa, no one looking for a jump up?
Peek above. The back of Platt, and Dodds is going to find one through Garage. This is dangerous now. Trying to double swing towards backside, but Music seems aware. Lose the fight, but Kinnear is here. And
very nice. Dude, 3-0 on the pistols at the moment as well. Looking kind of easy from them.
Yeah,
they just struggle against the wall at the back. They've got no flash agent. You're just going to be sending it with someone.
It seemed like it was a 4v4
and someone normally has to be the neon.
All on that C site, but either way, at least the spike does go down. And man, I mean, if just a couple of these bullets landed on this backside.
Yeah, this might be one of the better, if not the best example of like why teams use this wall as well.
That value we were
Toss flood over towards the back of the site so you can get the numbers. Actually means you can hold back a site, pretty much forcing a comp that doesn't have a flash to try and take back a site through it. You gotta take the timing, really. Or just the neon sends it. Hero Outlaw, and everyone can get one shot.
Right now, GX, they force bought the Outlaw and allowed Smurfette to have that full armor, already finding themselves an opening. And at this point, all GX want to do is just group up, allow Smurfette to slowly look at these lines,
this would be a Vandal as well.
Dissect and try to find one more pick.
Take your time on this one. Still a little bit of utility as well.
Double the guns up. Got a Bulldog now.
You know, you've got the smoke still ready. One towards that kind of tucked in quad
nice jump
side.
spot. So one at least, maybe 2.
Looking to maybe try and get the drop on this though, but
it's a 1-shot, 1-kill.
That's gonna work out as well. Dodds does get a trade towards Nest, but there's still the threat on the side. Dodds is farming. Good follow-up. That's 3, but the problem still persists. Smurfette's still alive. There is threat just about everywhere.
Dude, the walkout. The walkout is crazy timing.
Close in towards it. And Kinnear's position. It should be the checkmate.
Still a little costly. We'll see what the one buys about the Outlaw.
In this, but then you still had to get past Dodds, who's been a
Dodds just
problem.
won the round, really.
Look at that, Lauren. Right afterwards, either way, GX, they're going to have a healthy purchase. Smurfette is going to get dropped a Vandal, and Ava, being a great teammate, taking the sacrifice on the Stinger. So Crew right now, they're struggling on the money side of things. So either way for Giants, they're fairly happy with this round. But I got to give props to Konier because multiple times now, she's been able to snake her way into the site and really just solidify that round win when things got a little dicey for Crew.
3 plays stacked down towards long though. This could be a little bit dangerous. Crew going to dismantle that pretty swiftly though. Couple of warning shots posted. That shotgun
interesting to
is
see a fade. Got a fade Sova Def. Again, I think fade is really good for holding A, but we don't really see like the insta fade eyes on the floor. I mean, if you turn the corner, it's strong. But even just like fade eye in the corner, it would be good as well. Once you cross out, it will get you. Fade has a lot of potential on A, I guess is what I'm saying. It's just a little weaker on attack hitting C.
Shotguns are on the table, but Ava's gonna want to use her drone, use some util to clear these corners.
Please clear the corners. You're getting baited in. You don't. No, we're not falling for this. Dodds, come on! I thought she had Toki.
Yeah, I thought there was a double here. Oh, the tuck into the corner.
But it's now messy. It's a 3v3. It's still not perfect. And GIANTX just brawling their way forward, getting a bit of stability to maybe allow for a plant. That's all you can hope for. Trying to chain these smokes, maybe add a bit of that paranoia. Music looking to slip through, going to be found. Sarah reading that really well, playing into the smoke, leaving just Kinnear alive.
Yeah, extra kill would be good for the damage.
Pretty impressive. That's a good start.
Wait, kind of becomes winnable.
Double stack though, little high-low setup.
Timmy the turret.
Timmy's slacking on the shot, man. Timmy's tired.
Yeah,
Timmy's
just didn't see the
tired.
angle fully.
I got nervous. That clear through sewer got sketchy, right? If Dodds hit that second shot, if that Bucky lands towards the... Who was it who was down there? I think it was... I can't remember who it was. If there was one... I think it was maybe Toki, who doesn't fall. Yeah, if that hadn't happened, I don't know what I'd have done.
Yeah, Dodds definitely had a moment to be able to absolutely take over on this bonus round. I wish she would have used her bubble in that moment, and you notice that the Whaley ultimate came on board right in the nick of time too. So coulda, woulda, shoulda converted a bonus round, but for GX at least they're rewarded for that map
Big
control.
important rounds, especially with the money. And we got a giant ult diff.
She's got that Whaley ultimate.
Got a giant ult diff, and the Whaley's taking a little bit of a risk, but it pays off so heavy. But the fade up over towards A.
But I like
you can rotate with the ult now.
A long space now gathered, put into the hands of crew. They can kind of leave them on an island, free up that rotation, put some more bodies towards that BC side, supplement the utility in play. This gets tougher for GIANTX. If they want to re-clear this, it feels uncomfortable in a way, but they are stacking up towards the side. Still trying to show a bit of presence.
If it's a shame. I thought Dodds was going to go long and try and bait it out, and then this would have had multi, but
player until now. Look at Dodds' reposition. Back towards sewer. On contact, could swing. Michaela played in. Tried to hit a bit of a pre-fire on it and makes a meal of it. But Dodds is still here. Dodds is still around and unchecked on. Being kept in place by one player sitting deep, and that's about it. Ness could be done for. No.
Very
Barrel
nice.
giving away the game, leaving just 3 alive. How's Biasic here?
She snaked her way into the site.
How are these players doing this? But they're still getting found. Munch gets a trade, but by now the site should be secured. Quickly, you can see the rotation from Nestor trying to get there as fast as possible. Try and deny any threats. A 1v2 is not impossible. It's just difficult. It would need 4 kills, though, from Munch.
10
Time's
seconds.
pretty low. It
The
might be a
time
to
is
isolate
ticking
one.
away. Munch has an opportunity to isolate, come out, but Timmy the turret finds her, and a nice double swing.
John's played this well. I mean, this all comes down to the first kill here, really. If they got to a position to bait for the fade, I think it might have been worth a bit more. It was weird to tuck a fade into a corner.
Did a pretty good job,
but I get it because they have Whaley on.
Definitely made it back in short A.
I just don't think I'll play that committed.
It's just unfortunate for Michaela. That little gun barrel sticking through at A main baited her. Those shots not landing. So unfortunate for crew, but GX, that was a slow round for them. They went first in mid, pushed back garage, and coming back
Skinnav,
towards that
thank you so much, Skinnav. Appreciate the 10 mums. Thank you for doing that.
Being thorough across the board.
The prime usage.
Looks like 5 deagles. No shotguns this time around on this anti-eco for GX.
If I said deagle, I'd get a Reddit thread. What the hell? You get away with this? You win 1 champs, you can start calling it a deagle, huh?
Yeah. You know?
AK's on the other side, all good. But now that you are right, it is just those sheriffs out of play. So again, I want to see GIANTX keep that diligence, right? Don't fall for these. We didn't actually see too many of those kind of like issues on these sort of like half-buy-ish rounds, these Shikos coming out. There wasn't too much of that in map 1. It was pretty one-sided. So didn't see too many turns, but at this point, this is where the diligence of GIANTX should kick in, right? They have really good history.
Rotate's coming in. Maybe gets here in time, especially if this Omen smoke goes down.
Biasic would love to get a nice stall on this, buy some time as soon as contact's in.
Big flash.
They come blind. Yeah, they're going for a contact play, and that's risky. Contacting up through long.
The big flash though. Only didn't hit the one that was close over towards sight, and then hit a great shot after.
With hindsight, but can Ness and Smurfette make up for these mistakes? Gonna pop the ult and pray there's an outcome, Smurfette.
Very nice on this. This is impressive. Hit 2 gun upgrades as well.
MasterCard Thrifty coming through is devastating.
I
think I missed it on the minimap. I think the Killjoy took info over towards long with a jump peek off the alarm, but went off, I guess, is what went down.
It looked like they did enough. I love the fact that they started towards C. They took care of Konir's utility, broke the alarm bot, dotted their T's, crossed their eyes.
With the prime. Appreciate the fatty team
back down to no flashes. I mean, the dart got broken, and you've got to be able to over-util. You don't want to leave anything to chance on these low buys, Lauren.
Yeah, that's
straight up C here.
Out the sales, right? That kind of brings you back down to earth a bit off of what was a fantastic round. And
ooh, that's nice though.
Stick it on that angle. Really wanted a bit more. I mean, you know, take your fights.
At least it's a
still.
kill
I'm gonna
on this
fast
side.
rotate.
Should buy
I like
a
it.
little bit of time for the defenders to rotate and give Biazing some help.
It's getting messy though, but the support.
That's really nice. This Omen was great as well.
So
Yeah, they just have a lot of
nice
delay here.
motion.
Change their
That Viper KJ combo
change their
is
wall
just
up and
so
actually had delay in the
deadly on
choke this time.
defense. You know, it's actually just, it's made Haven a little bit more defense-sided than we've ever seen in these past couple years. So KRU showing that right now, giving enough time for this Waylay to be able to rotate. Because if you think about why Neon was so sexy on this map is because they're able to over-rotate. I mean, it's either the Neon or the Yoru, right? But this Viper KJ definitely buys time for the Waylay to get into the mix. I prefer whatever my duelist is best on, Lauren. Whatever my duelist is going to get the kills on.
That's crazy you've learned PR answers now. I hate it. It used to be so much more fun. But for now, it feels like a bit of a ruse, right? You're seeing this big investment of you, so this big show towards C, but no one's there to really see it. You've still got BS.
Whoa.
Oh my god, the
What the
timing.
hell?
Finally, it felt like the penny dropped at the wrong time here, and GIANTX gets the reward. They get the jump on them.
Really thought it was a
All that
C
show
here.
towards C was for nothing, but it still worked out. Dodds makes it towards the site, though. It's Dodds against the world, pretty much, at this point. Spike on the way towards long, 2 up towards quad.
Oh,
that's
dude. Couldn't have got much worse, to be
now Monch
honest.
and Kinnear. Okay, an isolated fight.
Oh, hold up.
No. What is this spacing? What are these fights we're taking? We thought this round was done.
Whoa.
Oh, you're faking Smurfette's flank. Maybe, I get it, but still. You're playing risky here.
Recovery was good.
Smurfette with a safe pair of hands at the end, but that got... that
Yeah,
had
I
me
mean, the
nervous.
Sova ult fake with the
definitely got
Neon
dicey
hitting over
towards that
towards
A,
A
but
really
what a
sold it. So
response
much the soul
coming
that
through
the
and
A player is getting a
timeout,
knife out,
perfectly
dude.
timed
Like,
here
what
to
the
just
hell?
buy themselves some time for KRU side of things. But look at these entries. I mean, GX, they found everything they needed all the way on their side of the map, on their territory. So that gave a little bit of opening for Monch, but beautiful shots for Smurfette. And, you know, we talked about Smurfette being on this Neon on the side of GX on Haven to be the spearhead to kind of turn the ship around for Giants. They had a slow start, a slow opening. They lost gas
a
in their last
couple of
series,
rounds at
especially in
A,
that
so this
third
could
map.
be a
But
talk
Smurfette
about that.
has been that kind of that
Getting
one
4 on
shining
defense
beacon.
here
I
is
mean, she's
not
such
too
an
bad, I
aggressive,
think.
decisive player, and that's
But I guess with the
exactly what
Waylay, it
GX
becomes a
need
little weaker on attack
to
this
get
comp.
back into things.
I mean, she can exactly be just that, the spark to reignite GIANTX. And after map 1, you do need it too. You need someone who's willing to take those
The plays you're seeing
higher
today.
chance or higher
Yeah,
risk
it's a big
fights and
difference from
back herself
yesterday.
in it, take
You're not
these kind of
wrong.
more aggressive stances, and the reward's there perpetually. I mean, even at the start of this, though, Eva did fantastic as well.
Yes.
She was towards the top end of things, kind of picking up the slack slightly, but once we got into these buy rounds, we started to see Smurfette really pick up the pace, so exceptional to see. But a good time out here for KRU. Time to maybe get a bit of a grip on things, try and get a feel, a nice little check-in for the coach. And they still have a couple of ults to play with. They have a buy here. Even if it's lacking in some areas, you're going to see what the Guardian coming out, and that's about it. But beyond that, still a decent purchase. I do want to see if there's something in mind. They were very hell-bent on getting that A-long control at the start of things. Do they then switch this up?
Just
Is there
into
other
this
looks
wall
that
if you want to
KRU
enter the
go to?
Viper ult.
Looks like Monch wants to set up that Viper ultimate towards the C.
Deep alarm bot's nice
So
though.
really allow the defenders to slice the pie and only have to worry about 70%
Maybe in the
of
pit
this
would work
map.
better, but
On the defense side, Dodds tried to find an early opening using that recall and the fade utility, but GX, they've got their eyesight set on this front B.
Yeah, first time we're seeing them explore this as well, and genuinely quite a good read, considering we've seen that kind of almost shut down of that C site with the Viper's Pit. You've got that aggression on A-long. This is a good idea. A nice concept. Now, see the hit
yeah,
coming
looking like a
through
good goal
here.
here.
TP in.
The Gen G Classic.
Down to
Got a
ult
Viper ult,
pretty
you
much
head
at
over
this point
towards
on
B.
that entrance at B.
It's slow to get the
They're
spike
being
down.
respected by KRU for now. They're not really taking too many early fights. Holding the extremities for the lockdown. That was something they had
The
in
Killjoy
hand.
ult's pretty
So
nice,
KRU
yeah.
being aware
Forces
this is
them all
potential,
away.
Going to invest that, and it has
Killjoy
to
ult's
be
really
respected.
nice.
You can't really break it. Too many bodies behind this.
Yeah, but
And the
Sarah,
Viper's
she's
gonna
going to decide
just
to just
get
stay
hit by the
inside
ult.
this KJ ultimate, tank it, drop the molly, and have her teammates do the rest.
Good stall though. They're going to try
It's
and
a
buy
great
time,
Viper
right?
molly before it
Allow
went
for
down
a
as
chance to
well.
fight back in, which now they
Instant
have.
tap with the spike, they're
Smurfette
gonna be
is
1
here,
HP.
half is achieved. The fight now breaks out. Smurfette still putting up numbers, putting down bodies. Monch and just Kinnear, the judge, could be good, but Smurfette better.
Yeah, they handled this well.
Enough to
I mean,
do
this
it.
is a Gen G
Sarah
Classic. You
even
get the Viper ult over
surviving.
towards attack and then you just go over
GIANTX
towards
had a
B.
plan
This
and
has
they
crazy
executed
success
it
rate. That
so
Viper ult is so
well.
strong.
And you said it perfectly.
You
I
need
mean,
to
GX
try tap the
found
spike
the one
early,
gap
but
towards this front B. It
yeah,
seemed
I mean,
like
you got to
me,
deal with a
KRU
Viper
should
that's
have
just
had a
protected the whole
decent idea
time.
of that's where they were going to go. They had the long line at A. They had the information that the attackers weren't inside that A main, but the timing here, GX perfectly executed onto this B and just dropping their Viper ult of their own. And even though that KJ ultimate was ready for this retake, I mean, it's such a strong thing when your Viper can just sit in there, drop a molly, and buy 10 more seconds.
Already going to see that Outlaw out again. Loving this. It was something that stood out to us even in the early rounds from Smurfette. Just the audacity to go for it, but we saw the
what are you typing?
being a bit of an issue before, so let's see if they can now fix that as well, right? This is a small checklist, but it'll be a good tick in the box. Smurfette willing to apply the pressure towards C. All goes up. Gap close in, dart towards backside, and it's respected. Crew not willing to really stick around to take a further fight now.
GX know that the site
I'm
is
not sure you
clear,
can leave the side like this, but
they
hit the fast flood. Top of the spike will be your Omen Flash Send.
There's a dive.
Where's the rest of it? Where's now the flood through? It's going to be here. It's going to be now. Smurfette still standing. Toki in unison. Sarah on
Didn't
the
look
swing.
super convincing.
It's getting a bit dangerous, but they have the numbers.
Didn't feel great.
Kills. Again, that little lack of utility to burst off. Crew having to work so hard just to step out of that smoke.
And these C-site duels are just so chaotic, but controlled chaos coming from both sides of things. We've seen it on Pistol Round. We just witnessed again. It's just a brawl over here towards the C-site. I love the fact that Biazik was coming through with that crosshair display. You saw that she TP'd
maybe.
towards this backside.
Look, she was getting told off, to be honest.
Party with her teammates. It looks like both Omens in this round just coming through huge. But another timeout coming through. No. Oh, Lauren.
I know that color.
Oh, no.
I don't even need to speak the language. It transcends language at this point with me. Sorry, Chief. Welcome to the curse. Rough times, eh?
Well, it looks like it's your day one and you've brought it with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, as said, it's contractual at this point. But I think it's headset because saw the little admin coming over, little point to the old headphones. I think it's GIANTX as well. Maybe an in-ear issue. Had an exciting round. We stood up. The in-ears come out. It's a classic. It's a classic. We've seen it before. Water spillage is always up next as well. It's a brave choice to go for the water here. I like what you're doing. I see it. I see it. Have you?
There was spillage yesterday as well. Actually,
really?
Yes, a lot of spillage.
It happens, man. It happens all over the desk. It's fine. We're all good. It was only a short one. It's fine. You gotta get one in, right? Shake it off. But still 4-5. Map 1 certainly not going to be repeated here. A much closer affair between these two.
Good couple of ults.
We have to see if GIANTX can keep coming up with these new ideas, new approaches, these great looks that we've seen thus far that have been impressive to witness. Again, looks like show of force towards
I like this idea.
They
tried trying to tether in front of the wall. Then you have an Omen that can see the tether clearly. To see the lines of where they would be to spam. That's really cool.
That's an awkward KJ ultimate to use. I think they want to go B instead of A here.
That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
But sticking around on this dot doesn't want that to happen. And does get away as well. That's ridiculous she got out of that.
It's just all a distraction, though. The spike will go down, but Crew, they're okay with it, Lauren. They've got a fade ultimate for this retake.
What does Smurfette do now?
It's only one.
Noted, you've been
Are they ready for the push through? Kind of looks like it.
Dude,
the gun bait turned out to be incredible.
I thought Monch had that. Ready, but then going to keep rolling, keep going. They're winning out now. This is sketchy times for Crew.
Oh, they have a good crossfire.
They're going to see the crosses. Smurfette doesn't need to see him to kill him. It's just Biazik.
Okay, very nice on this.
Easy for
That was a good little double push. The bait ended up being incredible. The gun push through the smoke.
Yeah, just a bait and switch.
Still like the idea from Crew. The tether with the TP up at the top is nice.
Even the defenders are like, what the hell is going on? But either way for GX all the time, they knew they just wanted to pop towards that B, but it was the ceiling play, the double push, the 1-2 through the smoke. I mean, sure, if Monch was able to get that double kill, it would have been a worse push, but even for GX, that sort of a mid-round audible and adjustment is exactly what you need in post plants just like that. And the money, it's broken once again.
And it feels like Crew just don't have the same depth here, right? It just feels like they're a little bit unsure of how they want to find solutions to this. The problem solving not quite in the same caliber as it felt like on Split, and the confidence as well to support that. Gonna now post up Biazik in towards the corner. I mean, Biazik's been kind of filthy on those sheriffs too. Like, the shots have been pretty nasty and doesn't get affected by the stun either. So
She's gonna get another
reposition. Biazik is nuts at this. Breaking the ankles down.
Two guns here as well.
That's two
rifles. They're both the ults.
Actually, no, it'd be the Outlaw as well. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you'll take that at this point. But a 5v3.
Yeah, and they don't want to plant here yet. They're just going to get
Good
overwhelmed.
info.
I like this A-Link push coming through. They want to find a little bit of something before they're just forced in the middle of the map.
Rentan, thank you so much for the 5 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Feels risky, but the reward. Sarah gonna isolate Biazik, who did so well. The paranoia to follow.
Good ultimate.
Dodge trying to make something out of
Damn,
nothing.
just got around the corner. Toki's savior.
What the hell, GIANTX? How do you have all of these answers?
30 seconds left.
So Kinnear and Michaela hot on their heels, trying to be aggressive, trying to be a threat, trying to be a nuisance, but it falls short again. GIANTX in full control here. Even when the odds look bad at the start, still having what they need. Michaela, ain't nothing to be done
I
here,
mean, that was a big savior on there. They could have gone so much worse.
Yeah, the fact that the ultimate from Waylay from Dodds barely just missing Toki, and I love how quickly Toki reacted there as well. Just get down, Mr. President, and figuring out exactly how to protect all of her teammates. I got a feel for KRU though these last couple of rounds. I mean, just barely missing out on a couple of these kills, but I think if I'm KRU either way, I'm pretty satisfied with just 5. So
yeah,
one more round left in the half.
Finally
To do exactly that, yeah, and that's going to be huge here to find an opening pick for the first time.
Yeah, we haven't seen almost no operators out,
through
but
the molly.
the tempo change. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Biazik getting that is huge.
Yeah,
that
just peek
slows
before the
down
wall.
everything, right? You look
Could
how
do it
far
over the
back
top,
the rest of the
but-
pack is. Eva, Ness, Toki, it's going to be very hard to burst on the site. All they've got is really an Aldrin to play with. The paranoia, even the smoke's burnt up at this point.
Yeah, and both those smokes really just slowing everything down. GX, they've got to do a little countdown, wait for their Omen to get closer up on that short
Why is there no
A.
Omen smoke there as well,
There
I
it is,
guess?
Paranoia.
Oh, and a catch as well. Biazik. I mean, you talk about impact. The last couple of rounds, she has been putting in serious work. Now just Toki, 1v4. These angles, not easy to try and divide and conquer, and that spike even harder to recover. And there it is, found in the end.
Still though, with this comp, I feel like 5's pretty good. It's an attack-sided comp.
Decent scoreline, and now it sits close enough, right? Close enough. There is still hope here for KRU, but GIANTX look revitalized. They look like the team we knew they could be, but can they close this one out? That is the question that will be on my mind as we go and get ready for the second half.
Let me read that. Get a third map. If they win a pistol, it's probably done. I also don't know, like it's attack sided because of Viper. Obviously, Viper gets over towards the site, 3 sites, but I don't know if the Fade is better with the Waylay on attack. No smoke because the Omen ulted. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then you got to do a more passive wall then, a safer wall. They're winnable for KRU here. I mean, if they legit, if they win pistol, they're in control. Like they're favored to win. Five with a Viper comp is normally enough.
The Coinbase Econ report probably won't be as one-sided, a much more even affair here as GIANTX decides to turn the hell up. They look so much better, Christine. Starting to see the strength there of Smurfette, Sarah, Eva, all of them starting to hit a little harder. KRU able to stabilize enough to keep the scoreline within touch, but I mean that includes a pistol, right? Like this is still not a comfortable affair for them.
It's definitely not. I mean, GX have definitely turned up the
What's
dial.
your overall thoughts on
it's
game changes?
Smurfette
I
on
mean, the
this
event's
Neon
good.
that's really been
It
picking
kinda
up the
needs to
pace,
happen.
setting the tone.
Just so
And
that
now on the defense
those
side of
gens
things, I'm
can
expecting
catch up,
KRU to do
really.
exactly the same thing. Dodds on this Waylay should
the
be
skill
finding
level
a lot of
varies quite a
value
lot,
with these
I would say.
dash plays, recalling, and
I think there's like 4 or 5 teams
eye
that
as well.
are
But you
a
were
skill
worried
gap
about the
above the
utility,
others.
Right, you were a little bit worried it doesn't have that flash, that
I think
sort
that's
of,
always
the,
gonna
the
happen
kind of
as well.
hard utility to ignore. There's still a lack of that to an extent, right? There's still going to be this little moment where we're
But I
looking,
think the 20 is
okay,
good,
is
it's
that
fun.
punch there to support Dodds? because it's very hard
Vincent
to
with
get
the
that
Prime,
next
thank you so much
layer
for the
of forces
39
up.
months. Thank you for that.
But you know, we did see that adjustment coming through for Crew from the pistol round. Biazik has just been explosive for sure, but they're absolutely dialing it up and pressing the issue when that Fade utility is coming out, making the opponents have to
And the
decide,
skill gap's likely
do I
to
shoot
close?
the
Yeah,
util
yeah.
or do I shoot
It'll
the
close.
enemy? So we'll see if Crew are able to keep that pace up, but it looks
Slowly,
like
though.
they are. They're going straight for this front B.
They seem so aware, though. GIANTX in the right place for this. They have 3 players ready, kind of ready with the paranoia, everything primed for it. So a good read at the start and a little bit of a stalemate to walk away from. Look to adjust through Garage, maybe change up the pathing, but they don't fancy it. Maybe a full reset here.
Yeah, that Viper wall and the paranoia for paranoia slowing everything down. That's a huge break for Ness because Smurfette is in a power
Nice
position.
chance. Nice little
These
play on this.
swings back and forth of the contact. GIANTX have them dead to
Yeah, should
rights
look
in
easy for them if
every
they get
aspect.
this.
That is stunning to see. Again, all eyes on the player who broke the eye in
That's
towards
the whole
Garage.
point to build
No,
up.
you
Yeah,
still got
exactly.
one
They're just playing
towards
catch up.
window.
That's it.
Then the reswing comes in. Everything is in place. The T's are being crossed. The I's are being dotted. And Munch can really do nothing about this. This has not been around for you guys at all.
Ava's so aware as well. Wait, those are your teammates?
Was aware.
Was aware.
Oh.
Oh. No. Relax,
Honestly, though?
relax. It was a clean round. What's going on? But still, look at the
Kind of
start of that
impressive.
round, that kind of mid-round aspect, that little adjustment that they tried to go through for Garage. GIANTX was so ready.
Yes.
So ready.
The crossfires coming through so strong. Those defense fundamentals, you gotta love it. And I love that how they handled this front B pop as well. I mean, immediately, as soon as Crew didn't show on that A main or
I
that
think
C,
SRG
no
players have
extremity
tier 1
info
potential.
found, so
I mean, they have
GX, they
potential. It's just that
knew.
there's better players.
Trading paranoia for paranoia, that stopping power coming through huge for the defense. So
Like
no outlaw
would
force
they'd probably
purchase
hang
here on
pretty
the side of Crew
fine.
that we saw
But
for GX, but we do see a
There's just-
Bucky. So
it's just better
Dons
players. You
really
just wouldn't
wants
take
to
the risk.
dive in there.
Where's
Try to
that?
find an opening.
Yeah, where are you going to find that, though? That's the bit I'm looking for. Like, I mean, Sarah, I guess, is the most vulnerable, right? It's a 2-1-2. If it's going to work anywhere, this would be it.
There it is.
Sarah still going to find good value for good.
Love it.
Nice work from Dodd, sacrificial from Biazik almost, that we were kind of discussing, that could be something we see into the bigger buy rounds. But for now, they've got themselves a plant. They've got one upgrade as well for Kinnear there, picking that up off the corpse. But I'm
Yeah,
still waiting
the-
to see
the
Dodd
Bucky
just
back
took a
of
boatload
sight.
of damage down to 8 HP.
Not
Should
the
be
ideal
dead. Paranoia
position.
goes in. Smurfette, Ness clearing out the back of B site. So
They got some
the rest
mollies,
of the
huh?
push plant should be obvious, right? What do you have to stall this out? Not a great deal. Michaela just being dealt with. Kinnear with the sheriff at least. But the defuse is happening.
Ooh, no one hit the molly.
The molly
Hold up.
is going to be respected.
Oh!
Wait, hold on. Hold on. There's still, I mean, Munch is so low,
Ooh,
though.
this
They made
is-
that a little closer.
Yeah,
they
this is
made
scary.
something out of that round.
They did. I love this eco coming out from Crew. I mean, they even dropped off the Viper Q orb onto that spike, really making that Killjoy molly do double the damage there. And I mean, this 1-2 punch to find the opening for Dodds. You saw it. We talked about it on Split. If you're the anchor and you shoot at that dog, you best believe there's going to be a waylay diving on top of you. And that's exactly what happened for the side of Crew. So all things considered, this is a great eco round. They got the spike down. They've got the money on the board.
No, Lottie,
So coming
thanks so much for
through,
the Prime. Appreciate the
handling
4 months. Thank you for
GX's
doing that.
bonus with just a few pistols. This should be light work for Crew.
We always say should, don't we?
Should.
But you are absolutely spot on. If you weren't going to get the win in those rounds, Crew have done everything else they would have wanted. They've done everything to get themselves set up for this. Now, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, you're not feeling great just yet, but you have the best opportunity you could have garnered. Now, looking at GIANTX, though, they seem ready for an A approach. They have 3 players posted towards this. B's pretty open, still got the alarm bot there, so they can bank on that. They're going to take a couple risks. Again, you look at the weaponry they have, it's far from perfect. It's Eva and it's Smurfette who have the higher hitting weapons. And as it stands, it's just Munch drifting towards A, which could be incredibly sketchy here. That could be a recovered weapon if it falls.
Smurfette, you mentioned the position and the weapon, but I love this angle with that Guardian. Just on that headshot position. She's going to need a little bit of help if she wants this multi-kill, but this crossfire for GX on the defense side of things, it's going to stay strong unless Crew do something to
Yeah,
move
I've been in this
Like,
angle
like
for a
that
long
deep
time.
outro, right? Almost lulls
Oh, you're kidding me. Well,
you into this full sense of security.
The
And
stun
Smurfette,
slide.
It's
The
so
tension
good.
pause.
Calm, cool.
dudes, surely not. as all the action happens. It's going to fast forward. We're going to miss it all probably.
13 seconds, and
yeah, it's teleported to B.
But somehow, they're still putting up numbers. Michaela, though, lost out her teammate Smurfette is just doing the dance.
What is going on?
Time's on her side with 4 kills once again.
Okay,
Smurfette is instrumental.
Could be pretty easy once after winning a bonus.
10th round.
Beautiful stuff. At least they secure it.
Looks
Things
like we're going third map.
really chaotic there at
which
the end,
was it? Poe, I think.
That was a 3v5 with these 2 huge openings from Smurfette's side. KRU thriving in the chaos, but at least GX, they were able to secure this one.
Yeah, and KRU looking
Dude,
worried.
fell into
now,
the molly at the end.
If
That's
we're going to
devastating.
remove ourselves from the maybes and the talking about, you know, the small odd chances. That is so cute. This is when you do think this map is now in GIANTX's hands, right? That round felt like the big opportunity for a build back from KRU. That gets completely shut down. GIANTX back on track fully here. This is now, I don't want to say comfortable, but by all accounts it should be.
It definitely should be. I will say
Do you think
that
the
GX,
new champs format makes it less or more competitive? Wait, what do you mean new champs format? Is the champs format not the same?
Allowed Smurfette to just be out on the deep lines. You saw that KRU weren't really expecting that at the moment. So right now they're just telling each other, hey, let's make sure we clear all our corners. Don't let these guys just walk up into our territory. We'll see how this round looks. It is a broke buy.
I'm seeing stingers, I'm seeing sheriffs.
But, you know, these KRU low buy rounds
Am I gonna watch
so far
Project Blender? Nah, it's just I don't really enjoy the gimmick tournaments. I don't have fun watching them, so I don't really want to watch them.
Group towards the sea. You can see the Killjoy Molotov lineup coming.
If I wanted to watch gimmick tournaments, I would just watch someone stream and watch their POV and ranked. It's just the same, but probably more fun.
This site has been so chaotic, Lauren.
It has been.
It's not that gimmicky. I agree, it's not that gimmicky, but it's still gimmicky.
Ready to go too. We look like the burst is coming in, so Ness, good luck, can you live? Let's see. Sees to follow, does get caught, but there's no punch. There's no second string to this bow. It is just that first look, and then what you get, nothing. Beheaded on the way
looking
out.
like a shutdown.
It was a valiant attempt, but it gets them no further towards this site.
Yeah, KRU, I like the idea. That definitely a lot of moving pieces, a lot of layers in that hit, but something went wrong. I think GX was just able to break one of the pieces of util a little too early, so you saw that Dodds wasn't willing to linger into that smoke, immediately taking that recall, getting spammed to the smoke, so that's unlucky. Didn't even get to play this round. And Ava in a power position towards this short.
You watch any pros play ranked?
Nah. For that smoke to cut towards that long, buy herself some space, allow Smurfette to get back
not ready for me.
Site. And right now, GX, I mean, these crossfires have been so strong. They've got another one towards A. And you can see KRU, they don't want to deal with it again. They need to work the map. They need to kind of break these defenders, make them over-rotate before they hit. This seaside re-hit, hey, this is the right choice at least.
It's the best of a bad situation, but it's still a bad situation. Ness able to try and keep some space here. 8 seconds to play with. Might just go for a mad play, might be patient. Now has help.
Planter. There's no time.
Wrap it up. This is
Planter
11.
in the open.
GIANTX didn't look like they broke a sweat this round. 11 to their name.
Yeah, it looks easy for them right now.
They look fully in control.
That timing with the Viper wall going down at just the most unfortunate
So no send invitational for you? I mean, that's not a gimmick tournament.
That round.
They don't. When I say gimmick tournaments, it's like some little twist that makes it
unfortunate.
More fun, I guess, is their plan for other people to watch.
She had her ult as well, so she's just snowballing at this point. Gonna have the lockdown for Ness. Couple of ults on the horizon. Sarah's almost got hers.
Like I'll describe you my nightmare tournament. My nightmare tournament is like 2 good teams are playing up against each other, but there's a wheel, and if the wheel lands here, they have to lower their sense or turn their sense up. That's when I that's when I instantly want to switch off.
To get this long A control. Now they've got to wait 30+ seconds before they're able to actually
that's
go
my
into the site at
example
all.
of like
maybe just that
a big over the top gimmick thing.
A couple rounds ago.
I can't watch that. I can't have fun doing that.
Kill, cool. Where did Toki get caught out? They're just on B maybe? Yeah, they just had the angle, but Sarah, I mean, I don't think we need to be going for this.
A little overzealous for sure. They definitely had the control, but I guess for GX, they thought that Crew were working that A, but all 4 members, Smurfette has ult, remember?
And she can take some risks here. She's got to be feeling confident. Put to bed by Kinnear, who's having a belter of a round. No right to be doing this so far. A slip through towards backside comes out from Eva, but it's Ness remaining in a 1v2. Oh my god,
it's
that
got
too close.
it's got really close as well. Consider it as a
Keep hope
3v5.
alive with Crew making it up to 6.
Oh, almost got the spike down for the extra money as well. That definitely would have helped for full armor going into this one. Everything is so tight right now for Crew. Everything matters if they want to get this comeback going. But huge, huge opening kills. That certainly helped. I want to go back to this A main control for the Crew side of things. I would like to see them just get this A main control naturally. Take advantage of this Viper. You don't need to use utility to get A main control anymore with this Viper comp. You just got to kind of work mid a little bit, make the defenders move, and you'll naturally get the control of A main. Another Fade Eye used towards this A main. They want to make the GX members think that they're going for this default, going for control, but you can see that Toki got the long line. They know that there's nobody working this side.
Yeah, and I'm surprised they're sticking with so many players towards A at this point, but again, you think about the pressure that
they picked the right site.
Do go for this B plant as well. It
We
feels
have
like GIANTX have a
the idea is to insta-hit over towards B, but then we have no info from an A push with the Killjoy util.
And the Viper's pit on top, man. Jesus.
They're throwing everything.
Yeah, kitchen sink.
Big 1v1 and spawn here.
Not
even looking.
Smurfette
feels so
did get
weird.
in early. We saw that at the very start of this round. Tried to be slowed down by the Seas, but it's having none of it.
It's still the classic low rank. Viper over towards B. People have been watching Gen G.
Leaving just one, and with the Viper's pit still up, you got a good idea where she resides. I'm just going to do well towards Sarah. You got 2 more, though? I mean, the timing on that, just ships in the night,
that is
passing
nuts.
by each other, and now it's dangerous. The drop, she does that weapon, she's playing gun game on the side.
No way. There's no way. That's how it ends.
Every gun, every pistol, the only option was the knife.
And she makes it work. She makes it look good, Lauren. I love the fact that there was just a Vandal on the ground waiting for her to pick up and keep going. Man, the Viper's pit making all that possible. Every ultimate was used and thrown into this round. Invested to be able to convert it, and Crew needed this round badly. Oh, there's the blade.
Unreal, man.
Force them down to an eco. They're still
starting to build up a bit, right?
They're still a go at this.
Breaking the money, breaking the buy of GIANTX.
Cairo, hello mate.
Appreciate
that, dude. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for doing that.
But back to business, back with a chance. And another test towards A-Long, a bit of a deeper search here, maybe just off the back of having those sheriffs trying to do something with the Dodds. Very nice, opening up that C site.
Oh.
Easy for Dodds, and just gonna be able to reload. You can see that the rest of GX want to respond. That's a good blind, but the crossfires from Crew coming through.
Face your fear.
Dude, fatal. Really?
Ultimate invested.
A little surprised at that. Yeah. I mean, if that gives you security at this point, sure. Obviously could have min-maxed a little better, but Sarah, the last one alive now in a 1v4. For Crew, they'd love to find some financial stability at this point. I mean, who wouldn't? But still, Guardians in hand. You can see, the light shields are out. So again, for them, you want to see them keep full control here.
Every kill is huge here for Sarah. I hope she just takes her time and looks for some exits. The money on Crew right now is tight.
Don't know if she's going to give them much. Nah, that'd be a Dodds. I mean, great start from Dodds as well. Kinnear catching that flank. It was all
maybe a timeout
good.
before this one.
8-11. Scoreline's getting a bit closer now.
Yeah, things are heating up. I mean, Crew, at least these last couple rounds have been fairly clean, all things considered.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that ult was used. I guess I saw something weird on the screen, but
Fatal, no?
I thought so, but
maybe we're tired. Jet lag's a thing.
all good, all good. I think this is a perfect timeout call for GX side of things, though. Things have slowed down a little bit. Smurfette has been the spearhead, that aggressive player that's
come back here.
set the tone
Maybe.
for the side of GX. So
They got some good ults still.
They move Smurfette around
They
a
go
little
way
bit. It
out.
seems like these last few rounds, she started the round towards that A. I'd like to see her go for maybe a front B walk down, go sniffing around towards that garage for a refight in the mid round. Start the round away from A this time. We'll see if they make an adjustment like that. But for KRU, I mean, they just gotta keep talking about this A.
What am I
default,
benching these days? I don't really do too much, but I don't try and push more, like more bacon. I still just do 80.
To be able to get this control. So let's see if they continue to do that.
I don't try to do 1 rep max. I could probably do 90, maybe 95, but I don't know.
This A main is going to be such a huge point of contention. Ava with the Sova ult as well. A lot of trap plays from both sides.
I reckon I could do 95.
Possibility here.
Well, Christine, it may seem like you know what you're talking about because I'm not seeing Smurfette start on that same A line.
Pounds a kg, no KG.
Oh,
right.
love that. Love that.
You could be a coach or something. I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy. As it stands, so let's see how this looks because, again, for GIANTX, they've had that check-in now with the coach. Hopefully can get themselves in that right mindset, maybe make some of those adjustments they were looking for, find a couple of new looks here, but it's not
just push for 100. I just don't do 1 rep max. I don't care.
We saw almost on that pistol round start, right? On the back of this, the paranoia gets sent and dodge this time. KRU learning on the fly, finding out the solutions to the problems that haunted them earlier, and an instantaneous loss on 2 players.
I'm not sure what caused Sarah to peak so early there, but she definitely got latched onto the dog, and now Toki trying to make heroic plays. Gets wiped out as well, and the snowball in a round like this is just, it's so hard to stop. Once you get contact, you try to help your teammate, and that crossfire just falls through. So unfortunate because we've been talking about how strong these defense crossfires have been.
Yeah.
And as soon as after that timeout, they make an adjustment and it just falls.
Straight up save on this. Be waiting for a little bit.
So, but GX right now, they've got to just cut their losses and they got to make sure they save these weapons. I don't want to see any NA savers here.
Is that what you're calling it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, from now on, that's what it's called. Fair enough. Yeah, again, at this point, I do worry that GIANTX
It's 2-9 loss bonus.
Now, I hope that's not the case, right? I hope I'm wrong. I hope they're fine.
You would imagine another eco.
I'm a bit worried because that's not how you want to see them coming off a timeout. It
Or
feels
a
like it's a
low-buy,
little bit
at
of a
least.
fumble, but
Good
maybe you can
low-buy.
just chalk it up to that. You still have rounds to play with.
Yeah.
It'll be 9-11. It's still not super scary yet. The ults will start building back up. Dodds did not have to invest hers, so that's something that can sit in the back pocket. You're going to have Kinnear's not a million miles away. On the other side, they can start building theirs as well. You're going to start looking at this. Yes, Smurfette invested hers, but you've got Eva's there, you've got Sarah's there, you've got Toki's. So for GIANTX, they shouldn't be in a massive hurry, right? You've still got hopefully a decent enough purchase building up behind this, not maybe in the next, but we'll see what they can achieve here. At the end of the day, for GIANTX, they shouldn't rush things too badly. I want to see the buy coming out here. I think it's going to be lacking in some areas. I just hope they don't get caught into this weird like force buy, half buy scenario. It looks like they're going to be going behind this. I think Ness, I don't know what Ness can even get in this.
Especially from a round like this when you know, 2 players just get wiped out that fast, that easily. It's really easy to kind of reset from a round like that. You just type to each other, my bad, oops, and you just move on. Eyes forward, you're a goldfish, it doesn't matter. So for GX, I think they're going to be able to do just that reset. We talked about this Sova ult coming into play. That's a huge power play for the defenders to buy time. So
big rounds, couple of light armors,
should be able to provide
big
support
investment.
if KRU decide to actually poke and prod through here, but there ain't no way. That's a KJ Viper ult
Don't go
setup.
close enough, don't hit the alarm bot.
They're
Ooh, it's rough for
backing out
them.
of there. They don't like what they're seeing.
Yeah, the spidey senses are tingling that something is not nice. And probably the right call. So let's see how Smurfette looks this time around. A much different approach. And actually, Toki going walkabouts down C long. So kind of maybe be in that kind of first position to really get the information. Good spot on the outer end too. That's at least 2-3 players noted there. So decent information, implying it's going to be this B look again.
Yeah, but I like the position from Smurfette here. Hearing a lot of action going on, can choose to re-aggress at any point.
Yeah, it'd be Kinnear keeping that
that's a free
position safe
sight.
now, slightly disconnected from the
Sova
others.
all for the tap?
B main.
No.
His attention then turns, right? You've got Toki here, drawing those eyes away, but Smurfette's still pretty stationary in this. Wait and see that
Keep
next
an eye on the
wave
luck
drop,
over
but
towards short.
what's
It's
the
not going to
instigating
work as
factor?
planned
Are they
because of
waiting
the
for this
alarm
flank?
bot.
What are they waiting on?
That's a
It's
big
not
kill.
coming now.
Alarm bot goes
Kinnear,
down. They know there's
all
one
too
here. They know
aware,
there's one here. There's only
watching for
3
that
max
push
on
up to
site.
C.
Got to speed up.
Now they don't have much to really build off.
Oh, GX looking
Sova
a little lost at the
late.
moment. The ultimate going
Oh,
off,
it's good
but
though.
the teammates aren't flooding.
And actually now there's issues.
Ooh, here we go.
Just cracks down,
Double
breaks down the
mollies.
door. So the
One
post
molly
block,
goes
can
in,
they
they still
try
got
and
killjoy
be
mollies. Is anyone going to shoot
frustrated
it?
in this, though?
No.
Good stall on the side. Monch with a quick pick. Kinnear as well. Going to take down Ness. It's down to a 2v3. Numbers in favor to Crew, and that's in the time
And they put the
itself.
Sova ult in as well.
Round done. Crew back
it's a little late on this
business here.
retake
10
as well.
rounds found, and there weren't worries until now. Double digits made. GIANTX need to find their footing again.
They really do, because Crew right now are being so thorough. You know, I thought it was really risky the way Konir was peeking out and exposing herself like that, but she does not want this Sova to shock dart and break her mollies too early. She's there as the insurance plan to make sure that this round is won in the post plan, and she does exactly that. I think she's already gotten
Force him
2 molly
down.
kills
I mean,
in
it's
this
actually a
game
pretty-
in the post, so
it's a
she's
pretty good
doing
low
exactly
buy,
that for
considering.
GX side of things. They've got to reset here because it's been indecisive for these past couple of rounds.
This is the pulse that
And
won him at
Smurfette,
earlier.
she was rewarded with 2 kills in this last position.
Basing's
But
really up on this.
Biazak knows.
So
Biazak
ready.
is so ready.
Yeah, this time around, so switched on about that spot. They've kind of left A alone for a minute, and they've come back into it on what's going to be
It's
this
gonna get
half-buy
close.
confident, right? They've read it really well. Do they further commit now? There is going to be players here. There is going to be Toki backfilling the space. There is going to be Sarah. The Crew, super
What ults
clean.
can they get online? Pretty
Whatever
much
they've done
nothing
in these
else.
last couple of rounds, they have
Maybe closest to a
unraveled
fade.
the brilliance of GIANTX that got them up to 11 in a heartbeat. Ness can't really do much about this. You have a shotgun. That's done
Even the
for.
Bucky's not hitting.
Crew, clean round 5 standing. And I want to see how the money's sitting with GIANTX, because they're going to have to try and put up a fight where they've been absolutely under the heel of the opposition. Timeout hits. I don't know what you say at this point, because that's 6 rounds in succession.
That is tough. That is tough because Crew right now, they're warming up and they're looking so clean. For GX, they went to their tried and true. They went back to what worked for them early on in the half, and it wasn't even close. Smurfette wasn't even allowed to shoot her gun this round. So definitely, I think the confidence is shot. So this timeout couldn't come in a more perfect place for GX. They've got to reset right now because Crew, they're heating up. They've already been heated up.
Yeah, it just feels like they've kind of refound that alignment almost, right? Like getting on the same page, getting an understanding of how
Free
GIANTX
A?
will play,
Yeah,
but
I can
finding
see
their
them
own
fighting
comfort
A,
in this,
yeah.
because they looked a little lost to how they wanted to deal with certain areas of the map. But
I
that's
could see him
been
walking down mid
already
as well, to
solved.
be honest. But
So looking at the ults that they have in hand here, there'll be a buy on both sides. Not lacking in too many areas either, so actually doing okay in that regard. Kinnear still has that lockdown in place. Michaela 2 away from the fade ult as well, so that's something that could be in the back of their minds. On the other side, look, Smurfette's building hers up, it feels like in a heartbeat as well. She's quick back to this. But for now,
Here we
Crew
go.
do have the upper hand coming into this. Still great money behind them. Look at their finances, 8.5, 6.6, 8.1.
Looks like they pushed down middle.
They are sorted. They don't have to sweat about it. So GIANTX, it's kind of now or never.
A bunch of Warren Buffetts on the side of Crew, just saving for a rainy day. And looks like GX, they're going to go back to what they did after the last timeout. 2 members in front B. And a nice spam from Toki, and Ava finds a long range A main kill. Monch, that was never supposed to happen. Monch is the player to lurk around and cut off that long line of sight. Now, without that wall up towards A, that's so much information for GX.
Doing a thing.
Yeah, now I want to see how they decide to approach this. Sarah
Good
stay.
molly.
Sarah
Oh,
does
dude,
stay, banking on
sticking
that
on
molly.
sight.
Dodzo quickly pathing towards it. The support not quite there this time.
Spike down.
Biazak going down. So now Dodds has to kind of puff out the chest, right? Hold that space, look threatening. The lockdown trying to secure some security.
late plant, though.
Plant needs to come in, they're going to get it, but the post plant won't be anywhere near as threatening.
Oh, that's such a
But
big
Kinnear
kill.
catching Ness drifting
It's
over
such a
towards
big
Garage.
kill.
That's a
Got turret
mistake.
behind for info as
Huge
well.
mistake, deciding to stay, but then wanting to leave at the last
That's the
second.
low HP as well.
Kinnear, come on!
So much value for Konir.
Every single round, she's finding incredible kills. Dodds on the front line, Kinnear on the back. And now Eva and Smurfette have to do some serious lifting.
Damn, dude, what a
Kinnear
round.
is kicking off. And yeah,
Dude,
that is
it's
a
all
round
4.
to save the day. I thought that could have been lost on Monch falling at the very word go.
Hey, one go at
It's
it.
just
And dude, this is a
absolute
lot of
brilliance
rounds
from
in a
her.
row.
Yeah, and you saw the placement of that Killjoy ultimate going down, and I mean, GX were stuck
garage kill
between
was
a rock
so-
and a
this
hard
one?
place in that garage.
Yeah.
Do we force break
And
this
saw another
Killjoy
on the way
ultimate,
back.
or do we tuck tail and back out? Both players just couldn't decide, and Konir was just eating that up, finding those timings, finding those gaps, and you can see how hyped it's making her. Konier, she's the only
Money's pretty
player
low.
on that stage right now that's on that list of giants, the Mount
The attack
Rushmore
judge.
of GCC.
But they're going for a risky play now, and maybe this is what you wanted, right?
And my
Aggression
attack
down
judge
middle,
swings
maybe
fast.
it feels desperate, but it's got a player
I like the
connected
mid push,
in
though. The mid
towards
push is so
window.
big here.
Right, this deeper push. The perfect chance to strike. And Monch suffering in the last couple of
Wait a
rounds.
minute.
But it was recovered before. Kinnear still alive and
Goodness.
breathing, but Toki doing some serious work. Maybe OT's on the cards.
boy.
But Kinnear,
Oh,
no
boy.
way. Hold on. Toki's been caught. It ain't over yet. A 2v3 pause. Spike still in hand. Michaela just slowing things down. They can take a second. It's still above a minute.
Michaela looks very much aware of
Lambot's gonna
this
get some good
A-main
info
push. I
here.
love this double push coming through for Ness.
You would
and
imagine
Sarah.
these two proud of
The
this.
timing is going to be
Oh,
everything in
God.
this round. But KRU, they get to double
Eva.
peek Eva at least.
Eva's been solid, but this is a lot.
Oh, okay. Big lineup.
It's OT, 12-12. Eva keeps that quality as high as ever. But what a mad change in the end. The confidence to go for that walk down middle in the very last round potentially available.
And when your back is against the wall, I'm taking that risk. It does become easier. They get paid off and rewarded for it. Smurfit is on a heater right in the nick of time. Almost 30 kills for her. And you can see her getting hyped up here as well.
Yeah, it's scary coming into OT off the back of that tier, right? You feel a little bit more excitement to it. But can you repeat that again? I don't know. So operator of the word go here for Dodds, though.
Dodds
That's in
up.
hand straight away. So maybe looking to place that towards Sue.
Yeah, and
That's
try
where she
and
utilized it last time. Got that
prioritize the
1-for-1
only
trade
position
out.
that can hold
It
down
wasn't
A on its own
super impactful, but
against the Viper wall.
again, for now, let's see what GIANTX are up to. This attacking side. looked
Especially
solid
as no one
before.
shoots the fade eye, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Dodds took so much damage tanking that Killjoy Molotov.
Oh, early contact, Kinnear.
Ooh.
Gonna be spotting out
Scary.
Smurfette early. Calls in Monch for a little bit of support on that, but it's just a look. They haven't
Still,
committed
the
behind
one
this
holding down A
presence.
right now is insanely
Backpedaling
strong.
away from Garage
Should
now.
see them go back, drone this off.
The information is lacking for KRU though. Turret and alarm bot is down, so that sort of paranoia is gonna be creeping into the back of the minds of the defenders.
Dude, you don't drone here, do
They
you?
should re-aggress somewhere,
Drone where you
re-clear
can get
garage
spammed
any
is
second,
insane.
and this should give them the information that GX is no longer there. This drone, it's
much
gonna
it
force
sells?
Dodds
Didn't
off
really
the
see
line.
numbers following it
I
though.
want to see how many rotate off this, if any.
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
think any are gonna
So far,
rotate.
they're not
There was
feeling
no
any
peek
further pressure
after.
here. So they're going to keep 4 on this side
Molly,
of the map.
wall, 3 close.
KRU in the right place. Now seeing
Sounds
that
good.
stun come in, now seeing the wall and seeing the smokes. Look at them, you can see that.
It's gonna be that
temptation
same
from
problem
here
that
to
we
play
saw in
back in a
Pistol though,
little
right?
bit. Maybe wanted to
Oh,
try
what a
to-
great fade eye.
And look at that. Finally, the fade eyes coming in, the reveals coming out. Monch tries to get
Risky
ahead.
double
Didn't
jump.
have to do too much, didn't have to do all that. But Kinnear's here, Michaela's here, great spacing, good trades. Now the
what a
body's
kill.
starting to drop. One by one they swing, and now we're down to the 1v1. Dodds. Oh!
Big miss.
4K for herself and a Red Bull clutch put GIANTX back in the lead.
Oh,
I thought they were. I
my,
thought
and
as soon as I
I'm
got that
going back and
fade
thinking of
eye
all that
first
HP
kill, I
that
thought it was
Dodds
unlock.
missed
They
out
got a
on.
little greedy
It
by
was
jumping
from
up.
Ness's mollies
Yeah.
earlier, those nanoswarms coming up huge. And this round, it looked so solid coming through. That fade utility getting so much value, but my goodness, GX just thriving in the chaos.
Man, that got close. Yeah, I mean, it took Ness getting
I'm out to try and secure it. Victory timeout.
These Killjoys, man, on both sides. I'm a fan, Lauren. I love that Killjoy is back in the mix. We haven't seen Killjoy on Haven in probably a year. It's been a long time. So I love this combo. I love Killjoys. It's such a different style to the Sentinels that we've been used to seeing for the past year.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first time I get to really check in on some of the changes in the meta, right? And kind of seeing how teams are adapting to it, how they're looking to kind of build through. And obviously, almost a little bit of a preview potentially into next year, right? It's okay, what do the big boys do, though? You know, what do the big teams come out with as well? Is this something we can maybe expect to see down the line? And how do these agents kind of get
That's not a
rebrought
play
into the
Genji
meta?
on Haven,
Good
that's what I
to
was
see how
thinking.
GIANTX are kind of approaching this here. And
I
seeing
didn't want to add a
what
flame in there.
So visually, but at 13 to 12,
I was gonna let her have
we're
it.
certainly not out of it yet. I mean, that came down to a 1v1 and a 4K to close that out, so don't think it was easy. But GIANTX in the lead, and a chance for a third. Or we go double OT.
And Smurfette opting to go for the full armor, no operator in her hands.
3%. So I guess wait for sound, react 3 minutes.
Leaning towards this front
Heavy
B
shutdown
walk.
B.
We'll see if she goes down for a mid-round push. Crew are still getting this A main control with this Fade utility, but at least for them, they haven't shown every time that they're in A main with this Fade utility. So right now, GX,
Oh my
this is that they've been rewarded for this play every time.
Yeah, but it looks like they want to.
Oh, they hit it running away as well.
Conier is going to be able to retrace.
Enemy down.
I think this was a bit of an
Big
error.
kill on A here.
I don't mind the call, but it was just badly executed almost. Did Monch get spotted? I don't think she did. No.
Oh my goodness.
God. I was about to
Dude, the
put
aim
this
was
in,
so
man.
far to the right.
I was halfway out, but at this point, GIANTX looking a little bit messy in this. And yeah, Kinnear's again got that checkmate position. This should be wrapped up. As much as I rate Smurfette, there's nothing here. This was won and lost by those audio cues and that drift through that Viper wall in middle. This one's wrapped up. It's going to be double OT. There's not like Ness. You're great. You're great. Every day of the week, you're great. You ain't doing this one. So Crew navigating those. I don't want to say even threats, but just navigating that round well. They worked.
Rhythm got picked off. I mean, this is great timing over towards middle.
Just being spread out and
They give too many
defaulting
sound
and
keys
just
for
holding
it.
their ground seems to have worked out. GX have done this a couple times where they're pushing when they don't necessarily have to, and it all started towards that short A, right? As soon as Ava started walk pushing solo with no utility, you want to do that when the enemies are poking towards the other side of the map. As soon as you lose garage, as soon as they poke towards that B, that's when you
keep it as a reaction rather than being proactive in it almost. Yeah, that was a little bit strange, but again, it's nervous scenario.
Insta drone, you got a alarm bot to
13
give you
now,
info.
I feel that pressure certainly mounting.
They have faked this one before though.
Back towards the C approach. And Kinnear got caught there.
Big kill,
Monch,
isn't
though,
it? Yeah, that's the kill though.
But now it's
a nice
messy,
trade on
right?
this.
Both of these teams trying to dig their heels in. Plant's going to be in play.
On attack, they still have
that flank
Omen
is
flash
so
though.
fast here. I don't know if GX are going to be ready for this. I love this
might see an Omen flash for Omen
pushing through
flash.
spawn though. This should buy time.
Yeah, that's going to be very indicative and a good counter paranoia. Dodds need to start taking space. See that space being taken through
They tried
Garage.
to take more spawn there. I
Now.
think
That's
this has to be
potentially a very
faster
good
from the wayline.
seize. Oh no! Wait,
Oh,
Dodds got
got
both.
a double there. I thought it was getting traded.
Oh man, I thought Dodds was
As soon
done
as
for
this
then, but
got
catching
shut
both
down and they
players.
got nothing
I'm a
for
little
it,
surprised
they
being
got to be
caught off
so
guard in
aware
the
of
end.
every kind of
Fair
push.
play to GIANTX to try and be proactive through CT. Didn't get what they wanted, but Crew are back on top at 14.
And it's all thanks to Michaela here. I mean, truthfully, Dodds should have gotten wiped out. They didn't deserve these 2 kills.
They can't vote draw, can they? You're not familiar with the rules?
Distraction, throwing the utility.
Only organization
Certainly
mad enough to
much
do that is
tougher
Overwatch.
for the side of Crew, so Michaela might not be on the top of the scoreboard, but definitely
we don't
finding
like
a lot
draws
of
in
value
esports.
in these high-pressure moments.
I'm scared now. I'm scared at this. This is where we talk about that steam running out. And do they still have that fire here? Smurfette on the operator. Last time it took a lot of bravery to go for that walk down middle.
Used to be able to draw in Overwatch. In competitive Overwatch, you used to have maps that could end in a draw.
A glance towards A, but no commitment yet.
The reasoning for it was, well, who wouldn't want to watch a 30-minute map that means nothing to then get to watch more Overwatch?
Right away. I like this default coming through for Crew right now.
Okay, but I
To
heard
which I responded to some harsh words.
Now know that where it is, but this deeper
And then
Smurfette, man, you talk about high risk, high reward.
and then got
Filling
blacklisted.
the space, almost calling the bluff. Biazik's been good though. Biazik's been
she's
very
playing
good.
this really well, not giving any chances.
And that angle is filthy. Look how deep that is. That's hard to clear with the operator, even if you're cutting the line, but how long does she hold this? The rest of the team still needs that support, needs those smokes coming in. Still going to be paranoid of where that operator's going. They haven't shown anywhere else on the map here.
No owl drone to be able to
Joe here.
go into this garage either. At least those
Whoa.
prowlers should
Whoa.
help.
No, Smurfette.
Classic.
My goodness,
Are you
this
banking
Joe
on
was...
that? Oh, Biazik, I thought you did everything right in that, but when it came to that final punch, the classic works.
I'm looking straight at Monch here. She's
time-
going to be able to
yeah,
walk
this
up
is
A,
big
knows
timing.
that the operator's towards C, as you mentioned.
Eva's here,
Art's
though.
not
Here's
going
the
to see anything
turret.
as well. This gets really
She's going
weird.
to go for the spawn play instead.
Yeah, maybe
Should
trying to ignore
consider
that for a
short,
second, but
but
the
the
reality's
tunnel
going to
vision
be
might be
there.
real here.
No one's cleared this. No one is clearing Eva.
Nice shots.
And it's mistake after mistake here. 13
Omen
seconds.
flash.
And Eva's thriving. It's getting fumbly. It's
let's go
getting
again.
messy. And it's going to another OT.
These defense rounds, I mean, things have slowed down. Things have slowed down, and we're definitely seeing a Viper Haven play out right now. The attackers are just slowly trying to get A main control, but the defenders are just moving around and finding the gaps. This crossfire,
you can still draw in ranked. I mean, yeah.
With the Sova towards this short A,
I don't care about ranked.
It held so strong.
Yeah,
people have to go. A game lasted too much longer than you expected. I get it.
Well,
come like actual proper competitive stuff. Nothing worse than wasting like 40 minutes for a draw.
Ooh, another aggressive play.
Yeah, looking at the tempo on this one, could be a tempo change. Monch forced to invest utility.
I thought that shock would do more damage than that.
The other casters in the building did as well. They were getting real excited for that one, but not too much damage done. A little bit of chip, but
B calls pretty nice there.
Stack up towards B. Dodds is here. The turret as well, just tucked into the corner.
What is it?
Off
Contact.
the turret, I think Dawes is wanting to
saturate
use
swing
her
or
bubble.
Man, this feels real tense though. Dodd's gonna be wanting to
missed.
wait. Yep. Good paranoia though. Actually didn't catch. I thought it was a good paranoia. I thought it
good
was
trades right now.
But apparently didn't
Big
quite
Jewel,
catch
Killjoy,
those
Killjoy.
players. Now GIANTX looking fully in control here. Music, Kinnear can do
very
nothing
nice.
but
That might be the
die.
one.
The Omen blind, that paranoia a month ago would have been perfect.
Yeah,
it would have been great. It was perfect, but this post-nerfed Omen blind it doesn't have that same oomph.
Yeah, that's actually
Shorter range, yeah, that's tough. That's definitely tough because Dawes was definitely in a position to have an absolute movie for themselves towards that front B. GX handling it well though. I mean, it seems like most of these B pops so far, it's paid off. It's definitely paid off for the attackers.
And it's GIANTX back with that upper hand, and they did so well in that previous round. Smurfette taking that deep C long line that worked really well, handling everything at this point. But I just want all these teams to be able to win. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, come on now. We love an OT, but let's lock in here.
This is a late timeout. This is a late timeout for KRU. I didn't even realize they had a timeout left in this OT. So
Just showing off the jersey.
This is it. I mean, Coach BB's talking to KRU right now on the attack side of
Camera
things.
was
This
having
has
none of
been the issue. The defense has looked great for both sides in this overtime so far.
Yeah.
And for KRU, I'd like to see them be a lot more decisive here towards this A main. Instead of just getting the control, look to walk forward and actually explode onto this A site.
Okay, but I am seeing Smurfette on A. I am seeing an operator.
The last time around when KRU threw this Fade Eye, it got broken immediately. I'd like to see Dawes try to protect it or trade. Both members were ready for it. They were ready to trade off of it.
Okay, there's a small adjustment.
Yeah, that's a nice reaction over towards middle though.
Like with maybe Nest near enough.
I mean, this
what an angle.
is a kill, right?
Angle. That's a pixel spotted. Smurfette now ready, steadies the ship. Maybe calling in a couple of others to be careful. Because I'm pretty sure you can figure out that was a whaler.
Let's go in.
Get off away on the
Prowler
Prowler, but it
tanked
looked like it was on chip damage, but no, it's
Dude,
Nest.
no one else is
Sitting
even
there
close.
ready to catch that player trying
No one
to
else is
scale
even
up.
close
Dod's
to
now
getting in
dead.
sight.
You're looking at the next layers, they don't fancy it. They don't have that same burst towards the site anymore.
Oh yeah,
They've
this
stalled
must be
out
it,
already.
surely.
And that stop, it has to call onto Konir. The Killjoy towards middle, trying to find the gap, trying to find an equalizer, but Toki is just able to punish. Now Smurfette has a beautiful long line, and it's just
nice
gonna
shot.
be freebies.
Yeah, it's clean work here. Michaela trying to do some damage, but a 2v4 is a lot to ask for. GIANTX doing the hard work, taking the long road to get to this point. Monch and Michaela trying to make something happen.
The Omen flash as it's going down. So
that
nice.
one is on the money. And Monch, oh my god, it's a 1v1.
Ooh, it was
It
close
was so
though.
close.
Okay, third
Brought
map.
down to
This
the
was
wire, but
this was a nice map to
16-14.
launch.
GIANTX stay alive. They go through to map 3
One of
now.
the closer
It is
ones.
not over yet.
Third map is
It's
Pearl,
far
yeah.
from over, as Pearl will be on the horizon.
A long
I
map?
have
Yeah,
no
it's
idea which way that one goes.
our 4 minutes basically.